Thank you for coming out tonight. I know that there are other compelling things to do, like watch television on Comcast. And so I want to go over a couple of quick things. For starters, since everyone's going to say, how do I find you? We're going to do that first. So Twitter, Comaford. LinkedIn, Christine Comaford, pretty, non-intuitive, or intuitive rather. Facebook. I really believe anybody who has a Facebook group has got to have a URL that points to it, because trying to find a Facebook group is like a joke, right? So go to businessrenegades.com. That'll immediately point you to our Facebook group. And we have business resources. We're putting up, 2+ really cool resources and tutorials a week. Because if you know me, you know I'm a nut about content. So there's tons and tons of free content up there. Yippee-ki-yay for content. Contact@mightyventures.com. No, that does not go directly to me. But it goes to someone who does not get 500 emails a day, and they'll respond to you a lot faster than I would. If you don't have my book, Rules for Renegades, our economic stimulus plan is to give away 5,000 copies of my New York Times bestseller, Rules for Renegades, because if this book will not invigorate your entrepreneurial spirit, nothing will, okay? Companies are getting funded. Don't believe what people say, okay? Companies are getting funded. The companies that are getting funded have a solid people, money, model, story, okay? Story is key here, right? Because you don't have everything in the beginning, that's for darn sure, right? So people is all, of course, about the amazing team that you have. And you can have an amazing team of one, and then you can have a really kick-butt advisory board and customer council. Don't say, it's only me, I can't do that, because that's not true. So there's a lot to be said for credibility, right? You need credibility, rapport, and trust. The trust takes some time. The rapport you can totally do online. The credibility, you just flesh out your advisory board or your customer council, because everyone wants to see that other people have a vested interest, in making this company work. It's not just you. Money is about sales, and money is about financing. So I want you guys to really think about how you're selling your product or service, okay? Direct selling is okay, but today the best opportunity for sales is pay for performance. I mean, there are brilliant people out there. Go to Craigslist. And you can get pay-for-performance salespeople, and you only eat what you kill. You don't hunt, you're going to go hungry. So pay-for-performance salespeople are really awesome right now. And if you're going to have somebody who's pay-for-performance, you have to do two things to really rock it. You have to first pay them 20% commission. You just have to. It's fair, it's ethical, it's the cool thing to do. Pay them 20% commission, and you'll get somebody to pay attention. If it's less than 20%, they'll say, yeah, right, and they will move on. And you've got to give salespeople accelerators. So let's make the math really easy, okay? So your quota is 100K. I know, it's small. So at 100K, they get 20% commission, okay? Then at 100K, 100.1, sorry, $1 over 100K, right? On up to 125K, do 25% jumps, okay? It works great. Then they're gonna get 22% commission. Don't bump it by 1, that's gauche, okay, be cool about it. And then at 125.01K to 150K, they're gonna get 24%. And I know you guys are going, what about my margins? Well, if you guys don't have at least a 5X, then you have to look at your COGS. If your cost of goods sold, if you can't mark it up 5X, then you have to fix your COGS, okay? And I know I love Made in America and all that good stuff, but I also think that if you can't make enough money, then you have to go to China, okay? All right. Oh, God, she's so un-PC. I'm just trying to make you rich. That's all I care about, okay? I just want you to be financially free, because it's a really good feeling. And if a high school dropout like me can do it, you guys totally can, because you have much more education than I do. Okay, so 25, okay, great. And then you can go to 175. If you double it, people are going to go, holy moly, I can't make that. So, give them a few, okay? So 22, 24, you can stop there, that's fine. This is just extra credit. All right. Now, if you have a base, if you're giving them a base, then just have a commission of 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 11. If you're giving them a base or a recoverable draw. All right, so you've got to have accelerators, which makes people say, quota, I don't need no stinking quota. That quota is silly. Of course I'm going to achieve the quota. And they're going to be incented to blow past it. All right? Are you confused? Okay. You've got like a furrowed brow. You know, is my math confusing? Okay, good. Processing. Yay. Okay. So this, and then of course, you know, figure out your base commish. If you're going to give somebody, if someone says, I can't do that. I worked for, you know, a gajillion important corporations for a million years, and then I got laid off, and I'm bummed, and I have to get paid. Then pay them for 90 days. Give them a non-recoverable draw for 90 days. You know, roots and berries. That's what everyone should be living on. Okay, for a while. I don't want to bum your hide, but it's going to be a while, like years and years before the economy recovers. So, you know, get used to it now. We're all going to get really thin. It's going to be great. All right, model. How do you make money? So direct and indirect sales, of course, right? You're not just going to sell direct because that's time-consuming and wicked expensive. So you guys all know how to do joint venture partnerships. Yes, we do, Christine. We're good. Okay. Which is a great way to do pay for performance. So I hope you guys have figured all that out, right? 30 to 50% rev share if the product is $500 or less, and then 20% rev share on any sort of training, and 10% rev share on any kind of consulting. So the model has to be how you're going to make money, and I really want you guys to think about the 5 ways that you make money. And when you think about the 5 ways that you have revenue streams, please don't think that you have to generate all of them yourself. You don't, okay? I want you guys to think about how can up to 1/3 of your annual revenue over time, probably by year 3, come from other people's stuff, right? Okay, yay. And then I also want you guys to think about distributors. And it's a great time to get distributors for your products and services, okay? And distributors will help you get into, you know, Walmart, Anthropologie, et cetera, if you have a consumer product. But then if you have an industrial product or a commercial product, physical product where it makes sense, there are tons of people who are really receptive to take your product or service and plop it into their channel. There are call centers in Vegas that will only get paid if they sell your stuff. I mean, everyone's doing pay for performance now, you guys. It's awesome. You know, there's like no upfront fees. It's so great. So build the relationships and help your distributors and stuff succeed, because I mean, now is a great time to be building a business. You can do a lot with roots and berries, okay? We have a pitch critique template. It's on mightyventures.com. I guess some of you guys downloaded it and some of you guys didn't. But if you just go to mightyventures.com, in the cool resources section, there's a bunch of cool resources. Download them. And the pitch critique template has 10 areas you need to focus on when you're building your business. So, you know, what's the story? What's the pain? Especially now, it's got to be a painful problem, right? Problems plus pain equals profit. Yay, we like that. What's the solution you're providing? Why are you uniquely qualified to provide that solution? And if you're not, your advisory board better be, okay? I hope you guys all have a product path. Do you guys all have your product path and know what it is? Sort of. Okay, so product path, the whole idea with the product path is you're going to first establish rapport, credibility, trust by giving people something free, which is why you guys all should have a Facebook group for whatever your product or service is. And then from there, you start to develop that dialogue. And then over time, what you want to happen is you want people to be able to buy this product, and then you guide them to this next product, and you guide them to the next product so they understand what they're supposed to buy. And each time they're getting more and more value and having a better and better experience. So your product path is how you're going to guide people through purchasing all your products and services over time, because you want to increase the lifetime value of your clients, okay? Because that way you can really focus on providing wicked awesome service, which is what you have to do, and which is also what's really, really fun. You know, if you focus on providing amazing service, the money's going to work itself out. Competition. Now and in the future, who's competition? And remember, inertia is a huge competitor, which is why I want your product or service to remove a pain. That way people have to buy it because they're writhing in agony on the floor, okay? Dogs and cats living together, fire and brimstone, pain, okay? Give me some good stuff. All right. Yay, we went over a business model, and then key milestones. Every single executive bio, if you're beyond the whole resume thing, should say, here's the 5 key accomplishments of this particular gig. Here's the 4 key accomplishments of that particular gig. You know, you show us that your brand equals results. You know, your brand isn't what you say it is. Right? You guys get this, right? Your brand isn't what you say it is. Like, don't pay for expensive branding consultants because it's nonsense. Your brand is what people say about you. Your brand is how you behave. Your brand is the value that you add. You know, don't spend $1 gazillion on a fancy logo. It doesn't matter. Get out there and provide value. That will become your brand.